New at 11 here this evening, a man with a lengthy rap sheet pretends to offer a local woman some help. Well, she ends up being very badly beaten. Let's go to News Edge reporter Steph DePietrantonio. Joins us now live from our HD control room with this story. Steph, awful story here.
I tell you what, Mark, Cedric Reynolds had just gotten out of prison in Polk County back in February after a 3-year stint there. But Temple Terrace police say he assaulted an elderly couple in one home, cut across a few neighborhoods, and then assaulted another woman with a knife before surrendering.
Oh, he wasn't going to take me down easily, no.
On their worst day, Ralph and Charlotte Tennant could never have imagined this day. In her yard pulling weeds when 23-year-old Cedric Reynolds came walking down the street.
Seemingly pleasant young man.
He stopped and asked if she was looking to hire anyone to do her yard work.
I wouldn't want my mom out here doing this. Why don't you get some help, and don't you have any sons or grandsons here to help you?
She smiles, knowing later he was fishing to find out who else was home. She went inside, but he followed her to the door.
The next thing I knew, I was on this floor and he was on top of me, and he kept going back over my face and saying, "Stop screaming, I will kill you."
But she kept screaming till her husband Ralph heard her. He had just had back surgery and they'd both been in a car accident a week ago. He could barely move.
Came running to the hall without his walker.
She says Reynolds stopped attacking her and struck her husband.
I said, "Stop, don't hurt him."
I've got 8 stitches, and they're in the shape of a star. I screamed for Bobby, my cousin,
who was also home.
And I kept saying, "Bring your gun, bring your gun."
He flees on foot and takes off like lightning.
But Mike Dunn with Temple Terrace Police says neighbors gave them a great description of Reynolds.
They see this guy walking down the street. One of the police officers pulls over.
He took off again, ran through the Broadmoor apartments, over a fence, and broke into this house.
He grabbed a knife from the kitchen and hit the woman who lived there.
Climbed into their attic, but surrendered 20 minutes later.
It was a heck of a day. It was a very scary day. Things could have turned out much worse.
Charlotte turned 79 on Mother's Day.
My happy birthday is I'm alive.
And good for her, for sure. By the way, the woman at that second home is okay. She just didn't want to talk on camera. Reynolds is being held in the Orient Road jail, and both Charlotte and Ralph Tennant say they credit the Temple Terrace and Tampa police departments, both of them, for some great work in nabbing Reynolds fast before anyone was killed, Mark.
All right, Steph, thanks.